If you're a brand or business owner wanting to start your YouTube channel in 2025, I'm gonna explain to you how to do it in 5 easy steps in this video and what are the things you need to do and decide on in order to get your channel started this year. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to decide is your gear, right? And this is honestly where a lot of people's minds first go is like, what tech am I gonna use? What camera am I gonna use? What microphone do I need? And I want you to know that it can be so simple and a lot simpler and more affordable than you think. If this is a step that overwhelms you, my first recommendation is to use your smartphone. Smartphones nowadays are literally incredible. Like, they are better than the camera I use to start my YouTube channel. And a lot of them have 4K capability. So if you're able to use your smartphone, what I do recommend is getting a microphone like this. So this is the Rode Video Mic Me, and you'll see that it's a USB-C port right here. So I can literally take my smartphone and plug it directly in at the bottom right here, and then it's good to go. Literally nothing else you have to do. So incredibly easy. These are about $80. They also have a lightning port version, but it comes in and out of stock. So check the link below. I'll have a link in the description for this mic, but I absolutely love this thing. I also use it for like Instagram stories and stuff like that, just video content in general. But the idea is you plug it in, turn your camera onto video, and then record yourself, right? If your phone only has 4K capabilities on the back camera, then I recommend using the back camera, pointing the mic towards you this way. If not, point the mic towards you, film with your front camera. If you're looking to take it to the next level, or maybe you just don't want to use your smartphone, another thing you can think about is investing in a setup that's probably gonna cost you about $1,000, okay? And that's what I currently use. It's a Sony ZV-E10. It's kind of a long name, so I kind of forget it a lot, but so I use that camera and it runs about $600-700. And then I got a Sony 11mm 1.8 lens to put on it so that it's super wide. I can sit like close enough to the camera where my microphone is good quality. And then I have the Rode Video Micro plugged into my camera. But again, if that is like too intimidating to you, you do not have to upgrade whatsoever, or you can just get started with your smartphone and have really great quality YouTube videos for a very long time with your smartphone. Regardless of what you decide, I will have links to everything I just mentioned down in the description. All right, so once you have your gear chosen, the next thing you need to decide is what is going to be the target audience of your YouTube channel. Something that I teach and that I'm personally a big believer in is you don't have to niche down to one topic on YouTube. You certainly can if that's what you want to do. You can see success in that. But YouTube is a place where you can create a, array of video topics on different subjects for the same ideal audience. So I always like to think about like, what's a niche audience? Who are the people that you're trying to attract, and what are they interested in? And again, this might start off like maybe you start off with one niche topic and you go really hard with that topic and grow your channel quickly, but then you're able to expand to other topics. For example, my channel started out as teaching on Instagram, and more specifically Instagram Reels, and that's really how my channel grew. And over the years is expanded because I've attracted this niche audience. I've been able to expand into other topics as well that my audience is interested in, which generally relates to online marketing and building an online business. And I actually talk more about this inside of my completely free YouTube class on how to scale your business using YouTube. And so if you have any interest in that class, the link is going to be down in the description. It's an hour long, so it has a little bit more meat to it when it comes to my actual YouTube strategy and what I'm thinking about when it comes to YouTube, specifically when I'm using YouTube to grow my own business, my paid offers, and affiliate links. Step number 3 is to create your 90-day video plan. So I really encourage you to create a plan not only to launch your channel and get it out into the world, but also create a plan for what are the first 3 months of videos you're going to film and publish to your channel. I highly recommend doing one long form video per week, and it can be very simple. Typically, we're looking at 8 to 12 minutes long here, and we're creating video topics that are going to basically hit different things on YouTube. So what I mean by that is you're going to want to create some videos that are more search driven and are going to get found in search. TubeBuddy is a really, really great tool to do just that, and it will help you to research certain ideas for your YouTube channel and see like what you could get ranked in search for. You want to do some videos with the idea of almost going viral and almost going go big or go home. Like, you're trying to, like, when someone sees it on their homepage or being suggested by YouTube, that they can't help but think, oh my goodness, I have to watch this video. Like, this is exactly something that I am interested in, but it's not necessarily something I'm gonna be typing in a search bar, right? And then the third type of video are videos for your people. So these are videos that they might not click on it if they don't know who you are. They might not be typing it in search, but it's going to help nurture the subscribers and the audience that you do have. And this concept of these different video ideas actually came from YouTube itself, something that they taught a long time ago with Help, Hero, Hub. So Help are those searchable videos. Hero are those go big or go home videos, and then Hub are videos for your subscribers. I typically recommend leaning most into the Help and Hero videos and sprinkling in some Hub videos. I usually do them on my channel like 1 or 2 every month or 2. The majority of the videos that I share and the strategy that I teach when it comes to YouTube growth is focusing more on how can I share videos that are gonna get me seen in search and that are gonna be suggested by YouTube. Like those are the 2 things that you're really wanting when it comes to publishing videos and having new people see them over and over again. So an example of what a Hub video would be, so a video like for my audience, would be something like, I've done videos before where I will take my followers' Instagram accounts and audit it for them, like audit their bios and their profiles. And so that's not necessarily something, like someone doesn't really know who I am, they might not like find that super interesting, but it's kind of to give back to my followers too. And my subscribers find it so interesting to like see their accounts being reviewed and who are the other people in my community. But I haven't seen those videos really take off as far as like being suggested by YouTube or being found in search on YouTube, but they're just there to nurture my current subscriber base. Step number 4 is to outline and film those videos. So once you have that 90-day plan, the next step here is to actually put it into action, actually create them, right? And I really highly recommend a couple of things here. Number 1, I'm a huge fan of doing outlines versus a script because especially with YouTube, it's gotten less and less polished. Like people love videos that feel just a little bit more conversational, feel like you're just sitting down chatting with a friend. They don't have to be as like polished and put together anymore. And so I personally feel like the best way to achieve that is by having an outline. So like for example, filming this YouTube video right now, I have an outline to the side right here with like the 5 steps I wanted to share with you and a few bullet points under each step that I want to make sure that I hit on, but I'm not writing out word for word what I want to say, right? And this is something that I get a lot of pushback at, like, oh, I feel like I need a script to like read word by word, but I promise if you develop that skill of going off an outline and talking conversationally, it's gonna get you a lot further in my opinion, because it's gonna help you to develop your own brand voice and for you to sound more authentic on camera. And something that when I was preparing for this video, this actually came to me for the very first time. This phrase like popped into my brain and it's this phrase of confidence comes with skill and skill comes with practice. So the first step to feeling confident on camera is to practice. And I know that's not a lot of times what we want to hear, but like it definitely is a skill you have to refine and to get better at. And the only way to get better at that skill is to actually do it and do the thing and get on camera and practice being on camera. If you look back at my first YouTube videos, they're pretty cringy. I was not fantastic on camera, okay? I was willing to put myself out there though, and that's what mattered. Like being able to create my first video and publish it and actually do the thing, like that's gotten to me to where I am today, but it wouldn't have happened if I didn't practice it first and do it over and over and over and over again. The more you practice and the better you get at it and the more skilled you become at filming videos, the more confident you feel going into it and the more confident you feel on camera. Like it's really funny now, I feel more comfortable sitting down and talking to a camera alone in my office than I do sometimes going out and meeting new people. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, well, first of all, I will say, I do think I've become more and more of an introvert as time goes on, which is really funny. Like, I do like to consider myself outgoing, but I'm definitely not the first person to like, in a group conversation or in a group setting, like be the first person to initiate conversation or to be the main focus of the conversation. It takes me time to do that, but it's truly something that like, in a very weird way, it feels like a friend you've known forever because you're used to talking to the camera. Even though it's not a friend. I'm not trying to say your camera is a friend, but it's like, you just get so much better at it. And when you sit down to actually film videos, it comes so much more naturally once you've developed that skill. But again, you're not only gonna develop that skill if you don't practice it first. And something else that I always like to remind myself whenever I'm doing anything new in my business, whether it's filming videos or starting a YouTube channel or anything else is that a lot of times it isn't hard, it's just new to me. It's just something new that I am trying. And I have felt this so much in my business this year in so many different ways where I'm trying a new strategy or I have developed a new workflow. And at first it feels so hard and either intimidating or I don't feel confident at it or I'm very slow at it. I'm like, oh, like why is this taking me so long? But the more that I do it, the more skill that I get at it because I practice it more, the more confident I am going into doing that thing over and over in my business. And I think the same thing can definitely be applied to filming videos. Step number 5 is to publish your very first video and to develop a filming workflow. So what I recommend, this is what I teach to my students, is that you develop a workflow where you are batch filming videos, typically at least 4 in one day, okay? So once you especially like feel more comfortable on camera and you can do more, that doesn't take as much brain energy, right? After you're done filming a video, you can film more and more of them in a day. I've gotten to the point where there have been days I'll film like 6, 7, 8 in a day, which sounds absolutely insane. Like when I first started with YouTube and I started creating videos, I was definitely not doing that. So if you don't start off that way, like please, like I would not expect you to, right? I started off with doing 2, maybe 3 videos in a day. And then I really challenged myself to do 4 videos a day. So it got it down to really batch filming once every 4 weeks. I had to film new videos and that became super sustainable to me. And so I encourage you to think about like the date you want to launch your YouTube channel. Be a couple weeks out of filming videos. So like you have every video filmed at least 2 weeks in advance and you're batch filming at least a few at a time. And that's gonna make YouTube a lot more sustainable for you instead of filming one video every single week. Like today, I'm filming multiple videos because I have my hair done, I have my makeup done, I have my lighting set up, I have my camera set up. Like if I'm gonna go through all of that effort, especially being a mom with 3 under 3 when my time is very, very precious right now, I want to make sure that I'm making the most of it. And so batch filming is a really great way to do that. Now, I will say like there is a point where you can do too much batching because if you do the math and you think about it, say I do batch 8 in a day, like even though I am capable of doing that, usually I don't want to do that unless the ones that I'm filming are on the tail end of like, maybe they're more evergreen video ideas that doesn't necessarily matter, or I'm not in a season where I'm really trying to go hard with growing my YouTube channel. So, because you do want to keep tabs on like what's working on your channel for the video ideas you create, and you're not going to be able to keep tabs on that and create new videos based on that information if you film out too far in advance. Like if you film 3 months in advance, and then all of a sudden you start saying, oh, like I really should create a video on this. Now you're gonna have to either film that anyway and then post it in a couple weeks, or you're just gonna be like, oh, whatever, but they're not gonna see as much growth on your channel because you're not in tune with that. So I do think that is important. And so I really don't encourage this unless you're, again, in a like rare season of like needing to batch ahead because you're gonna be like on holiday break or going on leave or something like that. I really encourage you to batch film 4 to 5 videos at a time is really the sweet spot I found, where it keeps me in the groove of it too, especially if you're new to it. I've had students come to me and say, oh, like I tried batching like for more within maybe like in a week. I batch, 15 videos in 1 week, which sounds great. But then you go, 3 or 4 months without filming any YouTube content, and you started to get really good at filming content by the end of that week. But then now you're kind of out of practice and having to relearn it all over again. So it also keeps your brain fresh of like how to film YouTube videos, especially if you are new to it. If you haven't already, be sure to watch also that free YouTube class. That link is right below in the description. It's a 1-hour long class where I walk you through a little bit more signs that you're ready to start a YouTube channel and really like go more in depth on my YouTube channel growth strategy, especially if you're a brand or a business owner wanting to use it to market your own paid offers or to do affiliate marketing with YouTube. So if you have any interest in that, link is right below. I would love to invite you inside and help you scale your business with YouTube. And I will see you guys again in next week's video. Bye guys.